Welcome everyone to the seventh vlog of my journey with Juice the Cars with you all. So I think the last car that I spoke about was the Tata Nano, which was an amazing car. It was bought for my wife, and fortunately or unfortunately, she didn't drive. I mean, of course, if she was driving, I would have been like this. But while I drive, she's like this. Okay, so now moving on to the next car. So till now we have you've seen all the cars that I've owned, or my family has owned. My father, my mother, they owned a few cars before I started working and started helping them financially for the next car, or possibly going for my car in Hyderabad when we settled in Hyderabad. So the first one, let's take a quick recap. The first one was 800, Maruti 800. Then we went back to Hyundai Santro. Then we came back to Maruti. That was Zen. Zen was before, sorry, after Gets. So Gets, then Hyundai Gets, then after that it was Maruti Zen, then came the big gun, the Tata Safari. We stepping out the first time out of the Maruti Hyundai. Then after that we had to buy a Hyundai again. That was for dedicatedly to my father driving it. That was the i10, Hyundai i10. And then we moved to Hyderabad, and in Hyderabad 2017 we bought the Tata Nano. So there was the 6 cars that we had owned, or sorry, the seven cars. So this is technically the 8th car. So let me count again. Maruti,
Eternity later.
Toyota Corolla. So this was also very different requirement. So as you know, my wife was working in a government firm and a government bank, and she used to get petrol reimbursements. But the problem is that you will not get petrol reimbursements for traveling to office and coming back if you don't own. If the car is not in your name. So we had 2 options. So we had already sold the Nano that was in her name. So we because anyway she was not driving it. I was also finding it difficult to maintain 2 cars. So we thought that let's sell the Nano since we were getting a good price for it. So we again in Hyderabad we moved places. So we moved from a place called Nizampet to a place called Musapet. So that was around in 2018, if I'm not wrong, 2018 January or something. So once we moved to the Musapet area, this was a longer way for her office. So I mean, daily, I was picking her up daily, but in the morning she was having again. Finding it tough to have a auto or a taxi to her office. It was very tough because I was working. I could not drop her. We again thought, maybe this time my wife would be okay to drive the car, since there's a longer route and she's having more trouble to drive it to reach to office on time. So we again went to OLX, our beloved app, to find used cars, and we found this car that was the Toyota Corolla. Roughly the person was asking around 1.5 lakhs. It was 2003, but looked very well maintained. I wanted the automatic, but we didn't have the option for automatic at that time. So the automatic Corollas or any other cars were too high a price. Actually, I still don't remember why we went for a big car. I mean for a longer car, because it was for my wife. Anyway, learning from mistakes, I guess. Anyway, so we went for the car. I went to the guy, we discussed, and we negotiated, and again I got a good bargain. So the car, he slashed the price to around 1.15 lakhs. So we got the car for 1.15 lakhs, and it was a Toyota. So a new brand altogether. We have never switched away from Maruti or Hyundai or Tata. So we went to Toyota, and it was not a good experience. So again, we bought a lemon car as usual. So as soon as we got the car, its AC stopped working. So we tried to fix the AC. Then it took us around 8-9 lakhs, 8-9,000 to fix it. Everything was fine. Then suddenly one day the car's engine sounded very weird, and there was a pickup loss, and there was some. It was like polluting a little bit. So I rushed to the nearest mechanic, and he said कि पता नहीं क्या प्रॉब्लम है, कुछ भी हो सकता है, मतलब इंजन में कुछ मेल फंक्शन है, तो उसका इंटेक हो सकता है, उसका वॉल्व खराब हो सकता है, उसका सिलेंडर में प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है, उसका ये हो सकता है, उसका वो हो सकता है. मैं बोला भाई जो भी हो सकता है आप चेक करो. तो बिकॉज इट वाज नॉट even if we had to sell that car, if it is running that like that, we won't be able to sell it. Almost 1 year down the line we got this problem. So apart from that, the car looked very nice. I'll post some pics. It looked very nice. It was very comfortable, and it was a Toyota, so that feel was good. Driving a big ancient petrol car, it was good. So anyway, so we kept the car for 3 years. The Corolla, with the Corolla and the Safari, we faced together. We went into 2020, the big event that is the COVID-19 that hit. We all were stuck at home. No need to go to offices. Anyway, my wife was still going to office. I think beach में alternate day हो गया था then, because banks will work. It is one of the essential commodities. Banks, petrol pumps, hospitals, they have to work. So, we were using the car sometimes, but because of that problem that was hindering, the engine not running properly, no pickup, the car was like, I stopped using the car for a long time. So I think it was more like a project car for me. So I, upgraded the LED lights, I upgraded the tires. I remember when I Amazon se tires kharide, and it was some Chinese company anyway, but they were like Innova tires on Corolla. So they look very chunky. उससे mileage और गिर गया anyway. So mileage was another thing. I think I've never got more than 8 or 9 kilometers per liter. It was a very old car. ऊपर से it had a very big engine. I'll put the specifications. So those were some modifications that I did, and of course the car was being used very very rarely. So maybe हफ्ते में एक बार या 2 हफ्ते में एक बार. So like that. So apart from that, we had some suspension issues also later on. I came to know that the suspensions are also not good. So whenever we used to go in the flyover above 50 or something, some bump came and the rear went like this. Just a refresher or some information to you guys that if your car is very stiff, मतलब आपको बैंग ऑन झटके लग रहे हैं स्पीड ब्रेकर में, या अगर आपका कार हाईवे पे ऐसे 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 झूलता रहता है, that means your suspension is wrong. Very dangerous while you're on highway. You can lose control, you can lose balance on any undulations, so it's very risky. It's one of the major causes for highway accidents. Suspension issues, टायर खा जाएगा आपका, बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, माइलेज गिर जाएगा. So anyway, so we kept the car for around 3 years. So when COVID hit in 2020, it was useless for having 2 cars, and मेरा project भी सब खत्म हो गया. I rarely used to use the car, so we thought let's just sell it off. So I think we got the car around 2018. So 2018, 2019, 2020 end में करीब we sold it. Of course उस time पे nobody used to come to each other's house, so it was difficult to sell the car to some individual. So we again went to OLX Autos, but this time we got lucky. I would say lucky because that is how things are with OLX Autos and Cars 24 and Spinny. So we bought it for around 1.15 and sold it for 90,000. Of course, when the car we got, it was in a very bad shape. When we sold the car, it was in a very good shape. We had also fixed the engine issue. The engine issue was something related to the injector. So one of the injector was not working. Because of that, one cylinder was not giving any power. So the pollution was because every time petrol aa raha hai, it is going as unburnt or half burnt fuel. So that was why it is polluting. One cylinder is not working out of the 4. So pickup gir gaya and all those problems. Anyway, so we fixed that. We fixed the AC. We fixed the suspensions. मतलब जिसको भी गाड़ी मिली है वो तो full enjoy किया. But anyway, that was a project for me. I learned a lot during that phase of 3 years about cars, lights, suspensions, interiors, exteriors. I even painted one part of the bumper. So I'll tell you all about things that I have done to the cars which are many गाड़ियाँ. So that's about it. So we sold the car, and I think within 30 days the OLX Auto guys changed the registration name from my wife to somebody else, and we were free of the car. So that's all. We have reached up till 2020. So we are just 1 year away from our beloved Safari going off to I don't know who. It has not yet been changed. The name has not been changed, so I don't know किसको जाएगी finally. But अभी 2024 चल रहा है, and we had sold it in 2021. I have a pic of the last day of the car, so I somehow found it. I'll paste it here. It was a very emotional moment, so I'll paste it here. And hope you would also get to know my emotions in this video, in this photo. Video tha, but I lost the video. So moving on to 2001, and after the safari leaving us, I think in the previous video I did mention that we didn't know what would be the next car to buy, and it is a big surprise, and something that was a surprise for us also, that ye kya kar diya हमने. So again, a very big experience, very big learning curve. So I will be more than happy to share with you and take this journey forward. So if you have been watching, thank you very much, and I've been seeing a lot of views, and I'm so happy that people are enjoying the videos as I am making them, and that motivates me to make more videos. So the subscription part is still low, so I think people who are watching the video, they either forget to subscribe, right? It will increase my motivation to make such videos. I am working in night shift. In the day shift, I'm doing this as my hobby. So at least थोड़ा motivate करो यार, थोड़ा मुझे भी एक chance दो, कुछ नया करने का, कुछ आपको अच्छी चीज़ें बताने का. So slowly and gradually, I'll be making some videos which will help you for buying cars, or if you have your doubts, queries, how to maintain cars. So once I finish the Jose the Car series, I will surely jump into that. And so also do watch my shorts. So recently, I've been putting in a lot of shorts. They have been having a lot of views. Thank you for that. And hopefully it will be helping you, because those are not only related to Jose the Cars, but all the maintenance and advice or suggestions or recommendations. So please watch them and enjoy the videos. So until next time, stay blessed and keep watching. Thank you.